Together, a podcast where we highlight all things positive on and off the table. We have a very special guest tonight, the Beast, Travis Bagent. He's the bass. He's the voice. You hear on East First West. You hear him from Armwrestling. You hear him everywhere. All across the arm wrestling community, this man has been a part of it. Thank you. It's an absolute honor to have you on screen with me, man. Absolute pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can clearly see, I am getting jacked at the current moment, so you do not have to adjust your screen. I am twice as big as Daniel, as you can clearly see by looking at these screens. No, it's a pleasure to have me. I met you a few times, so you seem like definitely a cool dude. Super interested. I've seen guys like you with a lot of energy, just good dudes that are, they want arm wrestling to do good. They want to be a part of something. They want to make it better. So, I can see that you're one of those guys. So it's a pleasure to be here.
You know what? It's a community, right? It takes a village. It doesn't just apply to raising children. And we'll talk about you and your kids because you got a lot of stars.
Kids. I got a lot of kids.
You got a lot of kids, but they're also shining.
There's probably 30 professional soccer players all over the world because of this guy right here. Okay.
Not gonna lie, it's a small army. You can take over the world with
they all got their mother's names. Okay, I don't want to be a part of that. Just know that we got them in all areas over there. All areas.
Well, as I said before, it takes a village, and you bring some of the best people, some of the best individuals in the sport together. I've had the privilege of coming down to Virginia a couple of times, competing at the Harvest Gap. And I gotta say, you throw a hell of a event.
West Virginia too, right? You came to West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. Yep.
To the VIP, which was as cool as the tournament is. Listen, everyone wants to go to the National World Pro-Am Canadian National Championship of the World Regional. But the truth is that you never really know until you get there what the environment looks like, how many guys you got in your class, how successful you can be. Because the truth is, winning an event, those are the events you remember the most.
Yeah.
You do your best to forget the ones you get your asses whipped, right? At least that's what I seem to feel between me and my guys. But the ones you win are good. So that was a great environment with the TVs behind us. That class was awesome. And, Paulie had it all hype in there with that stuff. So the overall was cool. Nothing's better than getting an overall win anyway.
Definitely not.
It's like
except when you get robbed of the prize that you get. You got robbed. I ended up getting into the overalls with this gentleman right here on screen, and I'm looking at him like, there's no way I'm beating him. I even asked him, hey, let me use 2 arms. And he said, no, we got to make it fair. I'm like, fair? You're twice my size.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and by fair, what I meant by was the business plan for Travis Bagent has always been simple, right? It started out when I was 23 years old, and it grew to where I'm having an event. There is a mega prize. No one guy is going to get paid. And my goal is to protect my money. So I have done it.
That's epic motivation right there.
Every aspect of it. And it's been a pretty good business plan. Now, how I'm feeling is how big that prize is. So for you, it was just about $2,500 worth of VitaCell Biologics, right? So
sir.
I cannot confirm or deny whether we even had that product. So it was probably good. And I took care of that for you. Yeah. But yeah, that was a good day. I remember that was a good day.
It was a lot of fun.
Harvest Gap's always a fun day.
Absolutely.
Nothing's better in arm wrestling in our community than when an arm wrestler owns the establishment. So the fact that Mike Verts owns that place, because that would be the easiest place to get in if that was somebody else's beautiful place that didn't know anything about arm wrestling. But because he does, it's always a great opportunity for us to go up there and have an event.
So you mentioned you got into this when you were 23. Tell us a little bit more about your beginnings in the sport of arm wrestling. What got you
Well, I
into in the
got
first
into
place?
it. Yeah. It's funny. So I grew up, my dad was an arm wrestler. My dad was also, I didn't live with him. So he was just this mythical figure that lived across town, right? But when I was 13, 14 years old, he had a nightclub called the Big Arm Bar and Grill. The Big Arm had 8 arm wrestling tables. It had a bench press, 315-pound bench press, and it had 4 pool tables. I thought that I was going to be a professional pool player. That's what I really like to do from age 12 until I've met a real pool player. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going to be tougher than beating John Brezink. It's going to be harder to beat this guy in pool. So at 13, 14 years old, I'm working the angle with my older siblings like, yo, tell dad I need to come the fuck over there and work the pool room, take out the trash. So I don't know how or why, but at some point my dad agreed to it. So at 13, 14 years old, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I'm at the Big Arm. The Big Arm on any night would have 3 bouncers working that were the best arm wrestlers in West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, whoever they were. Art Ebling, Junior Hostler. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jeff Smoot. All of these guys were awesome. Then they're heavy hitters every weekend, which is Ray Patton, Les Wims, Junior Hostler, Dave Patton. I mean, it's just a who's who of arm wrestling in there all the time, right? Now, I
Oh,
didn't know, I thought these guys were just good dudes, but the truth was, if you had an arm wrestling bar that you could drive to within 45 minutes, and they had 8 arm wrestling tables and 600 people on Thursday night, 300 people on Friday night, and 300 people on Saturday night, and the coolest guys in the place were the best arm wrestling guys. And it was called the Big Arm, and it had over the top truck at the bottom of the hill as you walked up. So
that's awesome.
yeah, for a guy like me and you can't even believe this, right? Or
Yeah,
any
no.
arm wrestler listening to this is like, he has to be lying. But no, just check it out, the Big Arm Bar and Grill. So from 13, 14 years old up until I was 18 years old, I was at this hot, big nightclub. At the end of that reign, my dad downsized, so because he was old as shit and he didn't like the college nightclub scene anymore, which he was very lucrative and it was a good situation for him. But he moved to this place and he named it Billy Jack's, and it had those 8 arm wrestling tables in them, but they acted as high top tables. So there was bar stools around the arm wrestling table. At
Yep.
any point, you could move the bar stools and handle your business. There was still 1 pool table in there. So by the time we opened that new place, I had hit puberty and was no longer, a weak 17-year-old dude. I am a different
Yeah, you're
18-year-old
starting to
guy.
grow into yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, I already know. Listen, you want to learn leverage, manipulation, timing, false starting, triple capping, everything you could ever know. Be a 13-year-old kid around a bunch of professional arm wrestlers and trying to find somebody in that crowd that you could beat. And you'll find that you get really good at
Real quick.
everything you need
Talk
to
about trial by
know
fire.
yes, about getting the advantage. So once I became 18, 19 years old, I was different, right? And then in 1997, the 1997, the national championships was in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So that was my first, like, holy camole, look at this shit, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I was a freshman in college. So I waited until 1999 And when I got done pitching at Shepherd, I went to the national championships in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I knew about it, and I was arm wrestling all the time, but I didn't know enough that I could have even competed in 1997, but I didn't. So come 1999, I went to Baton Rouge, did okay, pulled in a 198-pound class because I was like 207 and finished third and fourth the first time I was ever there, which I was disgusted by, but it was mostly because I shouldn't have never lost that weight. It was just, you had Ron Bath and those type of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
It's scary dudes.
Another class, right? So you're like, fuck that, right? I'm losing this 8-9 pounds. But the truth is I was too light even then. And I had never been that light. So I come back in 2000 and I win the national championships, both left and right-handed. Nice. Come back, go to the world championships, finish third at the worlds. So now I'm different, right? I am different. So now I spend the next 2 years getting as big and strong as I possibly can so that I can defeat the #1 guy in the United States, which back then was Dave Randall. Okay. John Berzink had taken a hiatus right there at 1998 Thunder Bay, had gotten some argument with Karen Bean at the World Championship, so he wasn't competing, and Dave Randall is just crushing everybody, right? And back then, the American Arm Wrestling Association, the AAA, ran shit. It wasn't until 2002, finally, the WAF had caught up. Leonard and Denise had caught up, and they were in control. Come 2003 was the first time that everybody was on Leonard and them's World Championships, and that was the beginning of I would say, any World Championship you got before that, it has to be AAA.
Gotcha.
You can't be fucking with that, like some of those World Championships that Leonard Denise had before 2003. But 2003, Ottawa, Canada, I am ridiculously ready for anybody in the world at this point, right? This is me from 198 pounds in 99 to 2003, 265 pounds. Now, to be honest, I graduated college 230, but a little breakup between me and my wife, and all of a sudden I'm 205, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to 198, because I ain't messing with no Ron Bath and them guys, man. So now I'm like, I'm healthy, right? I got a 2-year-old kid, I'm married, I ain't running around. It's 2003, I'm 258 pounds. I go to the GNC Show of Strength. That was the biggest money tournament in the United States. It had taken over the Arnold Classic, right? Really? The Arnold Classic back then had paid $2,000 to each weight class. Now the GNC Show of Strength is paying $2,500, which still no money, but for a guy like me, it gives me a chance, just like at the Arnold, to be on that main stage, ripping this shit up, right? So it's in Atlanta, Georgia. I get there. I am the strongest man I've ever been, right? I win the tournament easy. After the tournament, I'm letting Dave Randall put his shoulder on my arm. I'm like, let's do this. So I get home. Dave DeVoto calls me, says, can you come to Ottawa, Canada for Lexi Vovoda? I'm like, I did win the national championships left and right-handed, but they had already formed the team, and I ain't really into that, not making no money going to the tournament, right? And the World Championships is a whole week, right? So I'm like, Dave, no, sir. He's like, what do you mean? This guy is unbeatable. It'll be an opportunity for American Arm Wrestling. It'll put us on the map. And I'm like, all right, Dave, so you pay for the trip It's $2,000. And he's like, no problem. We're starting this new thing called Arm TV. I'm going to introduce you to Gary Roberts. He'll take care of all the plans, right? So I meet Gary Roberts along with the beginning, I shouldn't say the beginning, probably a year and a half in the filming of Pulling John. And all of that happens because Dave DeVoto, Savan Matosian, Gary Roberts, that relationship was forming that we had, that they had been brewing to start content. So Dave DeVoto takes care of it. I go to Ottawa, Canada. I can only pull right-handed because we have two left-handed people that are already that have already sent their paperwork in and all that stuff. But there's a right-handed open. Eric Guavin is in there, and I can pull right-handed. So the truth is, I could have won left-handed, even if you shot me with a 22 right during any of the matches. That's how strong I was left-handed in 2003 in Ottawa. I only get to pull right-handed. I get there. There's a bunch of video beta cassettes of Alexei Vovoda and his training. And I'm like, what is this? Whose booth is this? Where's the money going? And then all of a sudden this guy's like, nice to meet you. My name's Igor Mazarenko. And I'm like, oh, Igor, nice to meet you. I'm the super heavyweight champ. Watch. He's like, man, whoa. So if you watch Pulling John, Ingen Terzi, Neil Pickup, it don't matter who you're talking to, Alexei Vovoda cannot lose, right? It's impossible, right? But they caught me 6 weeks after trying to beat Dave Randall. I am a different dude. Nobody knows it except me and Dave Randall. And Dave Randall told me, he's like, "Yo, buddy." Well, buddy, you really did some training. I'm like, I am stupid strong right now. So I know I'm going to beat this guy too because he's too little. He's like 240. Like, he ain't even a super heavyweight because he didn't think he had to. With those beta and VHS tapes, if you came from anywhere over there, you can't beat him. And that's the way
dating yourself right there.
Armwrestling is anyway.
Yeah.
That's why you got to stay away from people that think they can beat you. And if they can beat you, you definitely stay away from them. You don't practice with them. You don't talk to them. You don't mess with them. Because they're going to keep on beating you if they think they can. So remember that, right? That's why, the very best guys, man, they say whatever they want. They don't have no big old training group. And they got about 8 dudes they fuck with. And that's it. And that's because those 8 dudes, they feel comfortable that they're not going to be in their weight class or they're going to bow down to them, right? And that's fine. But just remember that. You got to be a little selfish in the game. So I get there. I tell this guy, Igor, well, when I beat this dude, I want a booth just like this. He said, I'll tell you what I'll do. 6 events a year, $5,000 per match. If you beat this guy, we'll sign you the PAL. You'll come to the Zloty, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, there it is. I kill this dude. And then, boom, that started that relationship there. Back then, John Brzezinski was getting like $1,500. And he called me. He's like, hey, Travis, Igor wants to do this. I said, you tell him you want $5,000. And that's exactly what he offered me. And I know at this point, I'm the show, not because of arm wrestling, but because I'm talking shit.
You got the mouth.
Right? I got this thing, right? So, and then he's like, you got to be kidding me. $5,000? I'm like, $5,000. And that was the first time John Brzezinski, from then on, he's been a $5,000 man ever since. I can get him for one of y'all right now, $5,000.
There you go.
Steve,
there you have it.
What's going on there? Thanks for coming on the show the other night, man. I appreciate it. It was fucking great seeing you there. Fucking phenomenal.
Fucking
phenomenal.
He warned me you weren't going to show up today either. So I was like, nah, he'll show up for me. He likes you better. He likes you, Steve.
No, listen. I love you guys, but my goodness, y'all hit me on the worst times ever. even Daniel, I'm like, yeah, I got a double header. And he's like, are you still on for Tuesday? I'm like, no, we got a double header. Every Tuesday. That's the way it is. So yeah.
Fucking
What night
con.
did you need me? What night did you need me on? Like a Friday or Saturday or something crazy,
It was
wasn't
like
it?
a Friday night. You're like, perfect. I'm gonna be fucking available. I was like, all right, great. Send you
Friday
the
night?
fucking
I
link.
said that?
Yeah, fucking. What
Oh
do you
man,
mean?
I'm in Chicago. I was in Chicago.
I'm putting all these fucking matches together for you and shit. The least you could do is be on my fucking
Hey,
podcast, you
hey,
fucking ass.
Daniel, you gotta warn me when there's animosity in the building. I thought that this guy stood me up last week. I didn't know it could be
This
me.
fucking weirdo. I swear to fucking
I
God, man.
can't
This
believe this
fucking.
guy. This guy, come over
Uh,
here.
it's a
Yeah.
monkey
You
wrench.
guys know
Sorry.
this. Hey,
You should have
don't
fucking
worry.
known. You
I
already should
believe
have
on
fucking known.
Saturday you will thank me.
Oh,
Now, I could
I
be wrong, but I think there's going to be an astronomical amount of people.
I agree with you. I think it's going to be a massive crowd.
1,000 people there.
I mean, I could be wrong. It just depends on the positioning on how the people have to stop or if they have to stop. But I'm telling you, you get to flipping that bumper plate and talking on the mic, and they just start hoarding over there. We got a chance.
I'm looking forward to it being, somebody asked me, wait, you're going to be going to the CrossFit Games? Because they actually are a CrossFitter. Like, that's the place to go to if you want to be in the fitness industry or recognized in any capacity. And I was like, I actually didn't even know about it until, I was contacted. Steve contacted me, asked me if I was interested. And so I asked my buddy, like, hey, what's this all about? And he's like, this is the real deal. You're on.
25,000 people, 14,000 ticketed people inside to the main event. The rest is like the mini Arnold Classic, just all around. So I think it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be on stage, put on a show, be a part.
Are you,
with
is your
Armwrestling.
match tough, or are you going to handle that no problem?
I'm gonna destroy him. I'm gonna run right through him.
What's up with the matchmaking, Steve? Is it going to be all matches like that where one guy's just running through the other one like Daniel?
Nah, it's not gonna be like that. No, it's definitely not gonna be like that. This comparison.
So Daniel's not going to run through this guy? Let's fucking go. Let's go.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's just that Dan's his left is definitely leveled up comparison to when he pulled Matt before. But so we'll see what happens, man. But I don't know.
So Matt won last time.
No, he
they had a
lost some
little bit of a
fouls.
war last time.
It was a bit of a war. He lost some fouls, so I didn't get a pin.
Fouls on this matches, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm going to pin him. I'm going to pin him 3 times.
This is Freedom Arm Wrestling. Devin Laird, all the whole way.
I love it.
Steve, who is the ref? Do we know who the refs are?
No, not yet. I think Ron Singly maybe is going to be there, and I'm not sure who else.
I can ref too.
Yeah, I can down ref if anything.
I mean, I don't know if we need. No, we don't need no down refs. We need the people to see everything.
Yeah, so it's just one ref then.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
Wait, when are you guys getting there? Saturday morning?
Yeah, I'll be there Saturday morning.
How far you got to drive?
3 hours. 3 hours for me.
There's people that are driving like 7 hours. There's people that are sleeping over my house Friday. So Saturday when we leave, we go straight over there.
And are you 3 hours too, Steve?
I'm about it. I think it's about 2.5 hours, something like that.
Oh, okay. It's 6. I think it's 5.5, 6 hours for me.
You flying? You driving?
I'm driving. Yeah, I'm gonna drive up.
Not travel, Rob.
Up there, it's a pain in the ass for me to get to DC and then fly into that little airport, then rent a car because the Uber situation is not amazing up there. And with the influx this weekend, there ain't gonna be enough Ubers for anybody.
No.
Nope, definitely not.
It's gonna be crazy up there.
Definitely
and the arena's
not.
awesome too. The arena's really nice, so it should be fun.
I'm looking forward to that. I think that one of the matches that are going to be really interesting. Man, let's bring them up. Steve, you got them up?
Yeah, I got them here.
Any of them that you want to talk to? That Travis, you might know a few of these guys.
Yeah, he knows. I think probably Miguel Fernandez. I don't know if he knows James Mason. You see Miguel Fernandez pull at the King of the Table when we went up against Coach Ray?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a match.
Chris Michaels and Derek Doble, they're top 5. Derek Doble's like top 10, I think, in 154. So that's going to be a good match. I think, not I think, I know him and John Tyanowski just got a war at John's Memorial Supermatch tournament thing that he had there.
Hey, are there any fake matches that we can put up there?
Fake matches? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like can any of the matches go like 2 out of 3, and then once we know who the winner is, then the same guy wins, but there's got to be some craziness for match 3 and 4.
I mean, there's going to be the matches get better as they go on.
Yeah.
So none of the matches.
The ones that really don't matter. Meaning, hey, listen, guys, this is a treat for everybody. The match is real, best 2 out of 3. But after that, whoever wins the best 2 out of 3 does win the 3 out of 5. But there should be some sort of drama.
Some drama, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. So if you find 2 guys that are willing to do that, we would love to make sure that
make it fun and interesting.
Yeah, we may not need it. It all depends. I don't know. It all depends on. I know that the interaction with the crowd, it is like undefeated, right? Like I've seen it. It does not matter if there's 12 people in a rainy place. We will have all 12 of them if we talk one person into, which we will stage that person into trying. Then it'll just start this merry-go-round, and we will gather some people there. The interesting thing is the first match has got to be hot. So we send off the first match, and then we assess how many people leave and how many people are like, this is even cooler
than we thought it would be.
It's definitely going to be a war between the 2 guys. I know that. The first match is going to be really good.
Good.
Yeah. The first match is going to be really good.
You have the order. Is that the order you posted on your Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
How many matches total?
I think there's a total of 12.
And nobody's pulling twice, right and left arm?
No, nobody's pulling twice.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, everybody's gonna go through.
Pretty damn awesome.
And it's and it's all the way up from 154 all the way to heavy. We couldn't get a super. We have a super heavy coming, which I'm sure he would love to fucking pull you.
Hell yeah.
Shiulin's still pulling?
Yeah, he'd be happy.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy?
Shiulin.
He just ran through Jason Constantini.
Both arms.
Yeah, both arms. I mean, he's a left-handed puller, but yeah. I mean,
well, yeah, we can definitely. Is he down to put on a show, or is he a weirdo that's trying to be ranked or something?
No, he'll put on a show with you. He'll be happy to fuck. He's one of those guys. He likes to fuck around and find out type of deal.
Yeah. Well, maybe if he put on a show. Maybe when we get there, that could be a big crowd pleaser. Is me winning a super match? There ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But some people don't like taking an ass whipping. You know what I mean? They don't like that.
Yeah.
So me losing there would be detrimental to the brand and thus ridiculously dumb for me. Right? I mean, how can I even go to one of the sponsors afterwards after I lose? Do I just take that guy with me?
You're gonna take him right everywhere you go now.
Hey, I'm the coolest guy here, except for the guy here that you just seen win. That makes the sales pitch a little weird. So talk to your guy, see if he wants to. Well,
I'm driving up with him.
We can pull right before, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Fair point.
Whether he's going to cave underneath my hand in this strap or
not. Fair point. I'm sure he'll be down to play. Definitely down to play.
I plan on grabbing a few big dudes from the crowd and making sure that they get. If I can get enough road gear, I can entice a lot of CrossFitters to play the game.
Oh, of course. Well, I'll tell you right now. You can also put up my right arm to make it fun for the big dudes that look like they're strong with my right arm.
I gotta be careful with guys like you. All of a sudden, you're full-fledged, broke arm, tricep press. I'm like, yo, dude.
No, I don't do any. I don't do presses. I'm not a presser.
Steve, who are these guys? We talked about this. I'm not here to start having my jaw shaking on the third match. I'm here to look like a superhero so that we can come back next year. That's the goal. Oh man. Hopefully Michelle's a big hit too. If we can get
hell yeah,
a group of guys that don't mind losing to her for fun, that will entice a ton of people. Because all we want is to see how many people can we get to watch those 12 super matches and then get that video from behind them looking at the crowd. That would be awesome. So we'll see if we can get that done. I mean, because it's going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours to run the super matches if we do it correctly and give everybody their just due. So we need to make sure the other 2 hours is used correctly.
Absolutely.
Well, have you had an event, Steve, at another event? Like, have you been at a county fair or a race?
Yeah, so many, dude. So many.
Yeah, so it's cool when there's extra people, right? And it's not just your arm wrestling crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully it works.
It's gonna bring in a lot of people. It's gonna bring in a crowd. So every match is gonna be, I think, ridiculously good. It's not gonna be easy for anybody. So, but I think it's gonna bring a lot of people.
Question for you, Travis. Have you ever pulled on the Mac tables as of yet?
I have not. But I'll tell you, Ian's a good dude. And he seems to, I haven't heard anybody amazingly complain anyway. So most of the time, the table's irrelevant, right? It's the referee that's really like.
That makes a difference, yeah.
And it's just the aggression, right? Because I feel like rarely do arm wrestlers listen, right? So you really need the referee to make sure that the thumb knuckles are showing, which are, I mean, am I wrong by saying that's virtually impossible these days?
What
when's the last time you guys have seen your thumb knuckles when the match started?
I have small thumbs, man, so they're never seen.
I'm going to strap.
I'm covering everyone's thumb too. So I mean, I just feel like the referee, not the table, is what like really can decide, and it's usually the guy who's more aggressive and stronger. If the referee's not there for him, then it gets really difficult to beat someone better than you. Really difficult.
Well, we may be able to have a Mac table if there's space for it up there. We have one in our team. Our training team has one.
Hey, here's what I learned about collaborating with two other people.
Yeah.
Steve and James. I do not care if we arm wrestle on a jungle gym, right? For some reason, Steve, do you have a preference on what the table we use?
No, I don't care.
Do you think those 12 guys are going to boycott when you decide which table's being used?
No, I don't think so.
Right. So listen, as long as James is down with it, I don't care what table we use. The Mac table doesn't have pads that we got to move around and stuff, right?
Right. That's correct. They're fixed. They're fixed.
It's just refs, like a head ref that we would need from, for a Mac rules.
Oh, not necessarily. Do we have to use Mac rules if we use the Mac table, or can't we just use any rule, right?
We can do regular WAF or regular wall rules, whatever you want to do. It's just.
Yeah, I like NAL rules. That way nobody really knows what they are, so we can just relax. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Running foul, no warnings, 3-foul system. Let's go. I like it.
That's pretty much.
That's one thing about it. I feel like usually the arm wrestlers care, right? Like there's a group of them, 3, 4, 5 of them that want a WAF table. They want a WAF ref. They want some rules, whatever they are. I'm so flexible, Steve. So you just make that call, and I'm sure James has some sort of an opinion.
Yeah.
Is Michelle arm wrestling another person?
No.
Okay, so he's not gonna be as psycho because she's not competing, so that's good. Because if she was competing, all of our friendships would be on the line on whether the ref was right and everything was perfect. So
I laugh because you're not wrong. You're
I
not
tell him he's
wrong.
a helicopter husband, boy. Woo! He does not like that. Make sure he doesn't see any of this podcast.
I don't. I told him that he's not welcome in tonight's show.
Let's go. But yeah, I don't really care. I think that's but to me the Mac table must be pretty, right? Because it's new.
Yeah, it's nice.
So,
It's a nice. It got good visual, good colors.
and
It's actually.
do you see the difference? Like, can you
I
feel
do.
the difference?
Oh
Yeah,
my God, yeah.
Oh, well, then we got to be careful doing it. We got to be careful. Yeah.
It's. I will say this. I feel like it's a safer table to arm wrestle on.
the
There's a
pads are
less
higher.
possibility.
There's more
Yeah,
of a,
less possibility of
more of a
injury.
room for you to move your elbow. So there's about 2 inches more, I think. The pads are actually higher, so it's easier to pin someone. I mean, it's a different table.
Are you allowed to use that table, or do they have some silly rule that you have to
No, I haven't
govern
said
your?
anything about
You don't
it.
have to
Me.
govern your whole tournament to end.
No,
Okay,
no.
I'm down. I like it. There's nothing better than us looking fresh. So CrossFit is supposed to dress up our stage area. So to me, that table will look smooth if it's okay with the arm wrestlers. But I know that what my job's going to be is trying to get the crowd there
Yeah.
with my little skit. Hopefully it works. And then introducing a match and rolling. So I'm not, I'm okay with delegating some of that.
Hell yeah, man. I think that between with you, steering the ship, Steve organizing, James in the background because he always is in the background, buzzing about, making sure everybody's got what they need. I think it's going to be a great event because I've been to
Yeah.
each and every one of your events individually, but now you guys are working together. That's going to be a hell of an event to be a part of. It's super matches, not a tournament, which is I gotta say, part of me wishes it was a tournament, but I'm very happy about it being super
Yeah,
matches.
I
I think
think the biggest deal is for all of us. I think isn't there like 3 tournaments within
yeah,
45 minutes to 3 hour
Yeah, we
drives or
can't be
something?
doing a
So
tournament on the same day. We're doing Fitzy,
yeah.
and everybody else is doing.
yeah. No, I know, I get that, I get that.
So because trust me, I mean, once something like the CrossFit Games asks you to be a part of it, you just say yes. So to
Yeah,
me, it was easy, and I'm just glad that we have this opportunity to you can put together something like this in
that's
a month.
that's to you, weirdo. Just so you know. I don't know if you looked at right there. That's to you.
No,
Did
I
you
have no
see? Did
idea.
you see that?
James Reid. We were just saying, James,
That's to you, you
how
fucking weirdo.
we were just saying, James, how well you do things and all that. So we're privileged to have you on
He's got a
board.
lots of words of how well you do things,
A
James.
privilege to have you on board.
Oh man.
Send James the link. He's got dial up. We'll never
Well,
get him
I
on.
did. I told him I was going to send him a link, but he said, "No, it's enough personality on the screen."
He doesn't like the verbal. He doesn't like the verbal assaults that I do. You know how James got started, right? Y'all know. Do you know James' first event ever?
What was his first event? Are you going to
He
tell us?
hired me and Bart to come up there. We thought we got him. Meanwhile, by the time we left, he done took over 3 of our events before we got out of the parking lot. Just
Shit.
from us teaching him how to do it and then talking to him about who our partners were.
Okay.
And now look at him. I got to call him if I even want to do something.
Someone would call him the godfather of arm wrestling up here. You got to kiss the ring.
Steve,
You got to kiss the
Steve,
ring.
watch him too, Steve. He doesn't like new up and coming promoters. He acts like he does, but you got to watch him.
Hey, man. Honestly, he's been nothing but fucking good to me, man. So I can't say nothing bad about him.
Me neither. That's one thing about me. You ain't gonna never hear me say nothing bad about no James Reid.
I was gonna say. He's
James
always
is
helped me
always
out. He's always helped me out, man. I always helped him out. So whatever he needs, man, I'm fucking there.
nice.
He's been good to
No,
me.
he's a good dude. He's a genuine good dude. He's given me a place to stay, but when I was up there, helped feed me, refuel after I cut weight for tournaments in the past. Good dude.
Well, I've seen him do a lot of bad stuff too, so that makes him a regular person. Okay, just so you know. He also
Oh
has
yeah,
a
no,
center.
he's
Yeah, ain't
human, of
nobody. I'll
course.
tell you this was ain't nobody fucking saints right now on this fucking screen. I can tell you that much. So,
Definitely not. Definitely no saying here.
all right.
Every time I talk to James, he's always like, Travis, I had to defend you. I'm like, yo, bro, stop defending me, man. He's like, no, I had to defend you. I'm like, please just stop because you're just adding to the story, man. Just don't do it. He's like,
Throws
I
fuel on
always
the
told
fire.
him he's a stand-up guy to me. I'm like, all right, man, I like it. I like it. So what we got? What's next? What's next? What do we got? What do we got?
So, all right, CrossFit. How did you get us involved in CrossFit in the first place? How did we land here?
Yeah, good question. So Dave Castro's the director of the CrossFit Games. Savan Matosian is the director of Pulling John. Savan Matosian became an employee at CrossFit. He convinced Dave to let me do some announcing for CrossFit. So I think it was like 2009. I went to the CrossFit Games. I did just one little event, the deadlift event, just for fun. They did some content. Dave invited me to the UFC Throwdown in Canada, gave me the microphone and let me kind of start talking over the event. They had an amateur tournament there. After that, he said, hey, I want you to come to the Central East region of the CrossFit Games. I went to the regional. By that time, I had got comfortable with all the terminology. As soon as I got done the Central East, I was full-time employee on the announcing crew for about 4 months. They do sectionals, regionals, and then the CrossFit Games. Did the CrossFit Games. After the CrossFit Games, HR calls me, the guy that is the head of media, Tony Budding, and says, we need your resume. Greg wants to hire you full-time. Tell us what you can do. I'm like, I'm just a security guy. He's like, perfect. Greg needs full-time security anyway, even though he really doesn't. So this is perfect for everybody, right? So I'm like, okay. Got hired as the CrossFit head of security for Greg Glassman, the owner. And then 6 months out of the year, I did all the announcing for the Open and all that stuff. So about the third year, Dave's like, dude, can you have a tournament at the games? So I brought Jeff Hale and Cobra Rhodes, Michael Todd, and Dave Chafee. They arm wrestled on the main stage at the CrossFit Games, probably 2013, maybe. And then from a couple days later, everybody signed up for the Game of Arms. And then carry on to Greg selling the company, and now me coming back to the CrossFit Games more than anything because they love Tyson. And because Tyson is a member of the Bears and talks about CrossFit all the time, they wanted to, it's one of those things where, I just get, I get a couple things that I shouldn't deserve or I really don't deserve because my son's an NFL player. So that's how we're back at the CrossFit Games.
I wanted to talk about that real quick because there was a time when I saw that your son was getting headhunted by football teams, and I was sitting there thinking, are we going to lose? Is arm wrestling going to lose Travis Bagent to being a football dad? I thought that was going to actually be the case.
That kind of happened when Tyson was 11 years old. So it's been, 14 years now that when I knew that there was something I enjoyed more on the weekends than arm wrestling. But, the truth is arm wrestling was it was such a part financially that, I don't know if you can arm wrestle for money. You kind of have to do it because there's some weird fire love affair And I used to really like care about wanting to be the number one guy. And the day that I watched, my son, throw 3 or 4 touchdowns at 11 years old, I'm like, oh man, we got to work on this shit every day. And it just become just consuming, just kind of like you see arm wrestlers that are really, you don't even have to be really good at it. Motherfuckers are tuned in, right? Like every day, all day, like there's a machine or a room in their house and they are getting after it. So around 11, 12 years old, I knew that this was going to be harder and harder for me to hang on. And I did manage to hang on, and a couple times got real strong. I'd say that I was as good as I ever was 2016 for about 8 months, just nasty. And then pretty good in 2019, not that bad over in Moldova. But the truth is those things were few and far between after, I would say, 2010, 2012. James, what up, dude?
What's going on?
So he wanted to join us after all.
Well, no.
Where the hell's Michelle? Where's Michelle? I've never seen you without Michelle right next to you.
Yeah, she's standing on the other. She didn't want to talk.
Let me see her face.
Michelle. Michelle.
Tell him the pain in the ass is fucking looking for
I'll
you.
get her down there, man. I'll get her down there.
What's new? Anything good? Steve's bitter over some. Hey, James, Steve's still bitter over some podcast. Can you clarify what he's talking about?
Yeah. He called this morning. He was going to drive. He wanted to drive.
Yeah, this fucking asshole first fucking calls us a fucking weirdos. Then afterwards, doesn't fucking come on my fucking podcast. Goes on the competitor's fucking podcast when I put these fucking matches together.
Who's your competitor?
And then on top of it, the guy that's competing, that's on the super match, the main card with Miguel, is my partner, fucking James, and he's like, he was stoked to meet you. Fucking, he was like, fucking, I love Travis.
Send him the link. Send this guy the link immediately.
He fucking hates you now.
I can't wait.
And I'm not too fucking far either. I'll tell you that fucking much.
James, what James, what's this guy talking about? Podcast. What's this guy talking about?
I didn't get a chance to watch it today, but he explained it to me that you were you were being your usual self. He just don't understand you like I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all. I said, don't take that
perfectly clear.
Oh, okay.
I thought I made it perfectly clear.
I said, don't take that shit
personally.
It's just Travis being Travis, that's all.
Don't take that shit.
I probably got you two mixed up with what day was which day. Who's your competitor? Is Daniel your competitor?
Yeah, I think he is.
No, it's going to be James Mason and Miguel Fernandez. That's the main event.
No. He's talking about podcast competitor.
You said something about I went on the.
Oh, it was your podcast, I think, with fucking Artem or some shit.
Damn, that's your opponent? Me?
Yeah.
How did I become your opponent?
You didn't.
That's my podcast, Travis Bajan Unfiltered. I have no choice but to go on that podcast. That's like,
you can't cameo somebody else.
I signed a contract with you like I did with Kaplan, and I was not supposed to do it.
I'm gonna go get the show.
That's awesome. Well, Steve, call all your guys right now. Give them a link, Daniel.
Listen, I'll put it in the group chat.
Yeah, we got to apologize to these guys. Steve made a mistake and ruined these guys.
I made a fucking mistake. You're fucking mouth made the fucking mistake.
Whenever I run these events with people, there's always mistakes made. You're allowed to make mistakes just like that. James usually makes 5 mistakes every event, and he's still around. Now, Paul Italia got cut for making too many mistakes now, okay? So now you can't go crazy with him, but 3 or 4 event we can handle.
There we go. It's sent. I sent it to the group chat.
Yeah, we got to get that guy on there, especially the guy who's mad. The guy who wanted to
he said he's taking care.
She's coming down.
He's taking care of some personal hygiene before he comes on.
Here she comes.
Let's look good for you.
Are you in Syracuse?
Yeah, she ain't happy about this, but she's coming down.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, here she is. Right here. She ain't happy about it. Look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey!
There she is.
How are you?
He threatened me. Can somebody
Are you ready?
What?
Are you ready? Tamara's coming. I told her you and her super match.
Awesome. I'm ready for that.
Right or left?
Both.
Left.
Left is better.
No, right-handed. She said right-handed, James. Right-handed, James.
Left hand.
It's going to be fun. I think there's going to be a lot of people. We're going to do a skit where we line up 5 or 6 guys that we've already made deals with, so that, because I think that'll draw a bunch of people. And then we're going to have one of Steve's super matches and see if everybody likes it or not. If not, we're going to have to keep mixing in these skits. Skit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it, James? I'll handle everything. All I need from you guys.
The matches are going to be good enough to run the whole fucking time. These guys are great.
Whoa.
There's a reason why they got picked.
Hey, listen.
Plain and simple.
Let's just pretend I'm Robert. One of y'all are Dexter.
I'm going to pretend that you're trapped.
One of y'all are Devin.
That's who the fuck I'm going to pretend that you are.
And one of y'all are Robert Baxter. What do we got? Baxter, Ingen.
He was a little bit.
All of us have to. We're going to be like them by the end of this.
On the phone this morning, he was a little Ingen on the phone this morning.
Oh man, I didn't know what was going on. He was sitting in his seat, all like mugging the screen. I'm like, damn, man, he must not fuck with Daniel, man. This could be weird. Let me see if I can get these guys hyped.
Fuck no, I got no problems with Dan. He's been in this podcast all the time.
He's always on the show.
I'm like, Steve, I try to ask him an intriguing question, and then he just let it out, all his frustration. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, swear to God, we were canceling.
It's pent up since Friday. So you had to release it.
Hey, wouldn't you rather have the truth than have the bullshit? Come on.
I know how Robert Baxter feels sometimes when he calls Ingen and just be like, hey.
We were canceling the NAL t-shirts this morning.
Honestly, James, the shirts came out great, man. The logo that you came out with, the both of them, was fucking awesome.
Hey, we were canceling them shirts this morning.
I'm gonna need to approve any apparel that comes in the building.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
You guys just.
It's got your face in the sleeve, right?
I need y'all to set up on Wednesday and then come back. It's all in the contract. It's all in the contract y'all signed.
When are you going up? You driving up there?
I'm going to drive up on Thursday morning. I ain't in no hurry, but I'm going to get up there because Friday, there's a 50-50 chance Tyson flies in Thursday night, spends the day until 5 o'clock on Friday.
Okay.
If he does that, that will be good for us. People will be happy. If he does not come.
We're debating going up to Addison County Friday at 5 o'clock for Bill Sinks, about 2 hours away. She might pull up there and then we'll stay with Bill and then come down Saturday morning.
Yeah, go crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever had a chance to pull with the great legend Bill Sinks and get him to teach me how to arm wrestle, I would do it.
Oh yeah.
He don't want to afford you that opportunity though, so.
We're pretty tight. Me and Bill pretty tight when it's just me and him. It's only when you're around.
Yeah. I was at a surprise. Hey, we were at a surprise birthday party last year. I didn't see you there.
Yeah. I ain't into no birthday party. Not unless I'm jumping.
You didn't get the invite, man. You didn't get the invite.
I did not see you there, dude. I did not see you at all. Yeah.
Steve, don't be trying to lighten up now, man. You was all twisted earlier. You're all hyped now. Now you're all hyped. Yeah. Go back to that old energy. Let's see that old energy. Sitting back in your seat, man. He was mad as shit, James.
Oh, he called me this morning. You should have heard him, man.
Did you alert him that I am retarded?
I got a call, and I got messages up the fucking ass. So as soon as I got those messages, I was like, "Are you?" I
Is
didn't
this
even
our
say
guy that
something.
you
Yeah,
like?
Dave.
I
Anyway, my
didn't
Dave,
get
man,
out
I
the
welcome.
fucking
apologize.
door. I was taking a
Nah,
shower.
dude, you broke my
I was even
fucking
taking
heart,
a
Travis
fucking
Bacon.
shower.
He's
I
yelling.
apologize that Steve misinformed you about anything, okay?
Brother,
Yeah,
I
man,
watched the
my
podcast.
bad. I forgot to tell you that Travis is an ass. I'm sorry.
James and I have we have forgiven Steve, and we know he's going to make mistakes along the road. This whole promoting roller coaster that we're on, but we're not going to listen. We're not going to just banish them like the East versus West does. People, we're going to rock this event and stay strong.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, young man.
Nice to meet you. You don't look like Superman. What happened?
Listen, don't be like Steve and ruin the whole podcast in
No,
3 minutes
let me see it.
with a whole bunch of negativity. Okay.
No, dude. I
We
remember
just
seeing
got
on
over
Game of
this.
Earth.
Steve got
Hey,
finally
man.
Steve postured up.
People
He's
have
leaning forward.
expectations. I have expectations. I didn't give those expectations. I can tell you that much.
I had to
Nah,
break
dude.
out my whole Chris Rock routine just to lighten this fucking guy up, man. But I got it now.
Hey, Tyson staying Saturday too, or no? Are you gonna take off?
No, he's got to practice on Saturday, so he'll
Okay,
leave
all right.
6 p.m. His flight leaves.
Yeah, I'd like to see him, but if we go up to Addison County, we won't be able to.
Yeah, I mean, if he comes in on Thursday,
he
comes in Thursday night and he actually gets there, my whole weekend will be different.
Okay.
Because they'll treat us way different if he's there, boy.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
good. So
right.
my fingers are crossed. I hope it happens.
All right, we'll
There
see
you
you.
go.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off. I'll see you this weekend.
All right, see you, lady.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. See you this weekend.
Yep.
All right, the podcast just got quiet and calmer. For what reason now?
So what were you guys talking about? I was in the shower.
We
Definitely
have
not you in
been
the
just
shower.
talking about my glorious career and then how it took an abrupt turn, and now I'm just a regular fucking guy that's,
That doesn't
Travis,
fucking
you
show
don't
up on
miss-
people's podcasts and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
one of those guys. He's one of
dodging
those.
podcast guys every 5 seconds. That's
Yeah,
all.
this fucking weirdo from Vermont.
You're a Vermont guy. You Bill Thinks guy.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's my
dude.
guy. That's my
We're bringing
dude.
it back. Dude, you wait. I can't wait. We're going to put on a show.
What
We're
are
gonna
the
get a lot of people-
chances? What are the chances that my son ends up in Chicago? Then I meet a guy in Chicago, coolest dude in the world, Italian guy named Jimmy, and he tells me about this great place up near his house. We should have an arm wrestling tournament. I'm like, sweet, let's go talk to the guy. Place is called Side Outs. The guy, Jerry something, owns the place. I meet him, and he's like, oh, yeah, we'll have an arm wrestling tournament here. Crazy thing. My sister dated Bill Sinks when they were in high school, and Bill built this place.
Oh, shit.
So for the last 2 years, Bill has came to Side Outs in Chicago to arm wrestle every April.
That's
I
awesome.
see when you post that on Facebook. Yeah, Bill always goes to that tournament.
Yeah, it's because he built that bar. Crazy. Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah,
It is, no doubt. And helped him, Kent Demore, the other arm wrestler out there in Chicago. Trippy.
Dude. Travis, you
Insanity.
miss the limelight?
Yeah. Not enough to go train. I mean, you would think that it would be very simple because I already know exactly what it feels like. And listen, it is fun. Like when you probably 20 times in my life, I did something I was not supposed to do. And then you got your award, you get that cash, right? You go upstairs, take a shower, and now you about to walk back down there, right? That's a great walk. That's a great walk. There ain't no doubt. I also know how psycho I was every single day about being the champ. And, I don't know if I'm interested in that. And I think that the game, it always rises all the time. So I remember thinking that Dave Randall and John Brzenk were unbeatable. And then once you feel them, then you know how much training you got to do. And then, so even as awesome as Levon is, and as spread out as his opportunities are to demonstrate it. Because listen, Levon 15 years ago would have had to arm wrestle 9 times during the year if he wanted to make a living and be a star, right? He couldn't have just went to one tournament. But now, ever since they switched to this Supermatch format, it's now twice a year and you good, right? You could die, you could hurt, you could break your arm, not tell nobody, dodge the matches until the shit was healed up and you won again. And you'd never lose your ranking. So, but the truth is as awesome as Levon is, there will come a time when someone beats him and then someone will beat him, and that's just the way it is. So
who do you think is the closest individual to beat him?
Say it again.
Who do you think is the closest individual to be able to beat him?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a leverage connection problem. So I would go with Vitaly, Devin, and Alex Morozov, guys that are long enough to at least make it. If you're, being a strong, smaller structure guy, it's going to be tough, it looks like. But, and the truth is if they don't get their shit together quickly, it'll be another year and a half before he even competes again, right? And under the format, I think that we're okay with him arm wrestling once or twice a year. That will make it difficult to beat him. Like, I'm throwing guys at him all the time. But if I'm him, I'm protecting the brand too, right? Like I could have, I tell you, I was so greedy. I'm pulling 12 matches a year, one-on-one when this thing started. I'm just pimping myself out because I'm trying to get paid. I could have stretched this thing out to like a 9-year undefeated stretch if I'd have just very delicately went with Eric Warfel October and then not messed with Andre Pushkar until July, then Alexei Vovoda the following February. Like I could have, but that's not the way it was then. And now, hopefully, that'll change too. But eventually it all gets better. So the limelight is, even if I really wanted it now, it may not even be possible. So
I was just thinking, like, when Vitaly beat Morozov, I'm like, man, like 2012, Travis Bagent. Yeah. If he was like down here like this, and you're like, get up. If you did that shit again, that high you would have.
Yeah, and there's a chance I can't even slow them guys down either. Or I'm killing them guys. I could be killing them guys, maybe. I don't know. Because they're bad dudes. But the truth is all of those guys were, they were really good, and now they're abnormally different to me medically. Like, listen, the drugs got a lot better too.
They're science experiments, right?
I mean, dude, when I was around Brian Shaw, Devin, and Alex the other day, I'm like, dude, I do not feel like a grown ass man around these dudes, man. The length and height and the size of these dudes' heads. Like Brian Shaw was the most normal looking one out of them three. So yeah, the guys are huge, and the stem cells, the HGH, the insulin, these are all game changers, man. Game changers. So, but it would be interesting to see, here's the deal. I don't want to die from steroids trying to beat somebody in arm wrestling and then my son win the Super Bowl 6 months later. It's like,
that's bad.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to go to the Super Bowl, right? I've already won. I mean, listen, when you win the Zloty, when you win the World Championships, when you win the Arm Wars title, when you win, I mean, listen, the next day, the insurance company still wants their money. Yeah, the mortgage guy could care less about the fact that you won. So if it's not financially beneficial, and I'm not a big ticket anymore. Like all you do is just take an ass with it. and then they don't want to pay you no big money. So if you can get somebody to give me 50 grand, I'm in. But 2 grand to the winner, 10 grand, or 2 grand to the loser, 10 grand to the winner, I ain't sure enough I can get that W, so I'm out. I'm out.
So we need some deep pockets in the sport. We need Dana White to buy.
You know, and I just want to run the events, man. And I just feel like it took me till I'm 48 years old that I would really understand how to run a budget to run the event the right way. Like really taking all the focus off the arm wrestler, making the focus the event, the brand, spending all the money on the media, right? And then creating something that this is for you arm wrestlers to crave us, not for us to cater to every nook and cranny of your existence, to the point where we got to sacrifice the cameras, the media, the help. That's all low budgeted because Jackass over here wants Don Perignon in his room or he won't arm wrestle. It's like, yo, bro, like no one cares who wins the US Open, Wimbledon. You don't get to say, oh, we can't have Wimbledon because Andre Agassi's not coming. Wimbledon is happening. It does not matter. The participants have to come.
Yeah.
Just know that we control everything and the winner gets $1 million, right? But there's criteria for you getting this $1 million, right? You can't act like a jackass. You can't foul out, right?
Yep.
You have to show up this time, that time. So with all of that stuff, if you give any power to the arm wrestler, and listen, you're talking to a guy that took all the power in all the leagues every time. Because I knew that their business plan was about me performing. And it's a bad business plan. You hear me, Steve? I mean, because listen, you right in that mix right now where you could either go hard or you could be like, man, am I fucking crazy?
Yep.
These selfish motherfuckers, I don't know if I want this fucking responsibility, right? And so the truth is that if I could do it right, I would spend a lot of money on all the media guys, all the weirdo camera guys. They would get the hotel rooms and the airplane tickets. And then the prize money would be vetted carefully. In other words, the rules do matter. The winner is this. If you are the winner, here it is. The tournament will happen again at this time, and it just keeps fluctuating. Depending on how big the budget is, I would start off with just one weight class, left and right-handed, and then add them as needed. But listen, until it's just like the UFC. The first 35 of them or however many was one weight class. That's it. It didn't matter how big, small you was, who's the baddest dude. They ended up becoming commercially viable enough to add weight classes. So if hopefully one day if Tyson hits, someone will want to kiss his ass so much that we get to spend $1 million every year on arm wrestling, which would be fun, I think.
Less is more, right? It's pretty much what I'm hearing is, you're starting off with,
Because, I mean, have you ran a tournament yet, Daniel? We all have.
I have recently, yes.
As soon as you start adding a bunch of weight classes and a bunch of hands and a left, right, masters, all of a sudden, it's just this astronomical task at hand. And everybody wants to be treated the same, which I agree. That's why we can't do it, right? There's just too many hands in the pot. So for me, that's how I would start. But you need $150,000 to get started, right? That means that you run a solid event with solid streaming, and you probably lose money on that the first time out, and you got to do it again, right? And slowly but surely. But I know how easy it is to spend that money as soon as you add multiple weight classes, multiple hands, multiple divisions. It's like no one can afford it. And if you can't pay 20, I mean, what do we think? This is an interesting question for all you guys. How much is Levon or Devin making at the biggest payday that they're getting from East First West?
I've always wondered that.
Yeah, is this a $10,000 event, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000. I don't know what that number is, but just know that there's only 4 people that think they'll ever get that number, right? So let's say those 4 people don't come to your event. It's not the end of the world. Besides those 4 guys, I got a feeling that you would get under $10,000 pretty quickly that each person's getting per event. So the truth is if we pay the Sweet 16 $5,000, now all of us, and when you have a single elimination bracket and you get put in the bracket by your weight, heaviest guy at the top, lightest guy at the bottom, whether you like it or not, that Sweet 16 is going to comprise of 4 lightweight guys, 4 middleweights, 4 heavyweight, 4 super heavyweight. You just don't know where the cutoff is in the bracket, right? You don't know. If we have, 16 people in the bracket, you all made it, right? If we have 32 people, 16 of you are about to get eliminated, and there'll only be 16 of them. But you can't deny the fact that you will only be arm wrestling guys that are closest to your weight. The promoter didn't set the bracket. The weight set the bracket. If you don't like weighing the same as Daniel, well, you need to add some weight or drop some weight. I don't know which one, but if you and him weigh the exact same, that's who you're pulling, right? And then you keep working. So if we pay 16 guys $5,000, we pay another $5,000 to the top 8 guys. Now we pay another $5,000 to the top 4 guys. The top 4 guys are essentially the light, middle, heavy, and super heavyweight champion of the tournament, right? And they all made $15,000. Now you add that $5,000 extra to the guy who loses, right? The main match, because the final 4's got to go. There'll be 2 guys left, right? You give one of them $5,000. That means the second place guy got $20,000. And then you pay that winner that $30,000. I think if you add all that up, you're about at $80,000 in cash. You use the other 70 to get all the fucking weirdo camera guys there, the referees, and you got to spend $30,000, $40,000 on this streaming thing. You got to have the right fucking people making sure the stream is right. And we just got to figure how many of them do you run, per year. I like 5. Make sure that no matter where you live in this world, you can only compete in one of the 4 regionals, right?
Gotta make it look good, yeah.
All the regionals come into the finals. And all the finals guys get is they get to skip 1 round. Because listen, eventually 5 years from now, there are going to be 1,700 people in the bracket. And this thing is going to take Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's like the World Series of Poker, but it's just this awesome event. And the event should have so many booths and seminars and things set up. So if it ever happens, who knows? It'd be great. So I don't know when it'll happen, but I got a feeling I got a better chance of that happening than me beating Levon.
Now, do you think the tournament idea is better, or do you think like the reality TV show like Game of Arms is better?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the only thing I know about the reality TV show is that, man, when I did the Game of Arms on AMC, the budget was astronomical. So the truth is that I would love to be an executive producer for A&E, but as far as me raising $10 million for that show, as opposed to getting that 150 times, say $500,000, having enough money to run $350,000 shows in the attempt that there's enough left over out of $450,000 to at least run the 5th one, right? And then if we're bankrupt, we're bankrupt. But I think we could probably do that over a 2-year run that would maybe give us a chance to get picked up by FS1. I think that Tyson's relationship with Barstool Chicago is getting me in with hopefully the John Grudens, the Big Cats, and the Dave Portnoys. And before long, with their new FS1 contract, they need content. So, and with East vs. West, I don't know, and Devin and what I see on YouTube just all the time, maybe it's just because I'm an arm wrestler, but I tend to see that he is in that system that there's a chance that they may get big enough to call someone else to take a chance on arm wrestling. So if all those guys are all contracted up, who's the most available big name that's not under contract? This guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay? Two orders of D-ball. I'm back when it comes to whacking all you cats from New York and Vermont. Fuck out of here.
I definitely I would love to see you back at the table in a competitive light, man.
Oh,
because
yeah, when you love that tournament too, I was just talking about, would that be awesome?
Yeah. I mean, I experienced. I'll say firsthand, I experienced a tournament similar to that, in West Virginia, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I made it to the overalls, and I got smashed by none other than Travis Bagen, but I still enjoyed it.
Let's talk about it. There were probably 6 guys that were over 220 pounds that could have probably pulled with you that day, but because of the format, you're not messing with those guys. You're pulling your guys, and it was probably you either lucked out and you got to pull a guy lighter than you, right before you went into the finals, or you did something awesome and you beat the guy that was a little heavier than you. I don't really remember how it worked out, but it is that format, and also each round is best 2 out of 3. So it's kind of a mini super match anyway. So even after that tournament is over, what really you have is every match in every round is a mini super match of its own that could be cut out and used as advertising. So it's and I can Bob Brown is running that format out there. I guess he got 198-pound guys. And he's gonna just random let them draw tickets out.
Yep.
But ultimately, as long as the promoter doesn't set the bracket, because it's easy to manipulate the bracket if you set it as a promoter. Trust me, right? So you taking that out of your hands, to me, is a courtesy to all the arm wrestlers. It's like, yo, bro, I didn't give you Chad Silver's first round. You drew Chad Silver's, or you weigh the same as Chad Silver's.
Yep.
It's not me.
It's seated by weight. I like the seated by weight idea as a competitor myself. I love that one because then I can't bitch and moan. Oh, I went up against somebody that's twice my size my first round. I can't.
I would have said, why did I pull him the first round? Well, you and him are twins, motherfucker. That's why.
Yeah.
Guys, I'll see you, man.
See you later, Steve.
Later, bro.
Good. See you Saturday.
I will say the only reason why I made it to the overalls to you is because the guy I faced had an all-out war with your boy Paul Italia, Alec Guth.
Yes, that was awesome. Yeah.
That was an amazing war. And then he just had nothing left in his tank, for me afterwards. So that I remember that day. It was definitely a good day for accolades, but I wish I got him a little fresher because he's been trying to. I've been wanting to match with him now because I'm back up in weight. I was lighter then. I was 165. Now I'm back up to 176. So I want to see how that plays out in fresh to fresh at some point.
Amen.
But listen, we've been at this for a little over an hour. I really appreciate having you here.
Get the hell off of here. I can't wait to see you this weekend. I think it's going to be.
Hell yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Fun as shit.
Hell yeah, man. I look forward to seeing you and hanging out with you for another weekend. It's always a good time hanging with Travis and James. Thank you for coming back on.
Yeah,
appreciate you, man.
Nice meeting you, buddy. Are you going to be there?
Yeah, I'm the main event.
Let's go. All right. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Hopefully, there's a whole lot of people watching. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, my whole thing is being loud. Dude, I grew up watching you. Like, you were the dad I never had on TV.
Let's go. Let's go.
When you went to the TV, I'm the closest thing to Superman there is. I went, that guy fucks hard. I want to fuck hard.
Let's go. Well, I'm anxious to meet you then. It's going to be fun then.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
All right, y'all be good.
All right.
Have a good
Thank you.